What's good, YouTube? Mr. Baker here. Today I have for you my top 8 Richmond, Virginia regional deck profile. I got 6th place. My record was 6-1-1. Overall, pretty good event. I was pretty satisfied with the deck, but yeah, further ado, let's get into the deck profile. So I ran 3 bike, 3 soul piercer, 3 wagon, 3 okushi, 2 big binky, 2 peacemaker, 1 soul booster, 1 scales, and my little spice and tech was the gauntlet. Let's see. A lot of people are either in 1 or like 3. I was finding that 2 is a pretty good sweet spot, especially if you're not on the gearbox package. Just having like extra follow-up to dig in your deck or pop your scarecrow, it's pretty solid. The 1 gauntlet is pretty nasty. I mean, it's not honest. Like literally, you just bring out Ninja or bring out Mazaro, and your 28 is doubled or your 4000 D is doubled. It's pretty solid. I like it. It outs random situations too, which comes up. For instance, like there's something like a Vandy's feed on you, and you can't special summon. So realistically, all you can do is like summon wagon, battle phase, attack, out the Vandy's fiend, and continue from there. That's it for the heavy package. For the hand traps, I was on 3 Droll, the Gamma package, 3 Ogre, 2 Bell, 2 Baylor, and the 1 Nib. The hand traps was pretty solid, I would say. Ogre put in a lot of work, mirror match, cash, branded, stuff like that. Droll is Droll. We need it. It's just a turn skipper for pretty much any deck if you hit it at the right point. Ash, I was at 3 before the event, but I cut it just for the fact that I was realizing like Ash is good at certain choke points, but like you want to see it, but you don't want to see it in your hand like that. So I was like, hey, let's 2, because realistically, I was like, if I go against Brandon, sure, I want to hit Brandon Fusion, but what's really hurting is the expulsion and the new Labellion they have that pretty much is an expulsion. So I was like, that's more problematic. So I was like, I can do it. So Ash was really good at 2, personally. 2 effect Baylors and the 1 Nib. I put Nib in last minute because I dropped one Ash for Nib, and the 1 Nib was really hitting people. I'm not gonna lie, I drew this, I wanna say like game 1 at least 3 times, and yeah, I was nibbing people like crazy. People do not respect Nib game 1. That might change going forward, but yeah. Effect Baylor was really good. Just having a chainable hand trap is pretty solid. People were asking me about Ghost Bell and Mourner. Ghost Bell is solid, but I was feeling like Ghost Bell wasn't really needed in the main. Like it's good to have. I'm not knocking the card at all, but just having like monster negates and other stuff, I feel like was more important. And also Ghost Mourner. I was testing that a lot, and I just hated the fact that like you have to shotgun it when they switch summon. You can't like let them like base a discard and then hit them with it or something like that, and I didn't like that. So I had swapped the Mourners for effect Baylors, which I really like. So I may up this to 3 and I may up this to 2 moving forward, but we'll see how that goes. That's it for the hand traps. For non-engine / utility cards, I went with 3 Fenrir. I was on 2. A lot of people's on 2, but I'm not, on that crazy gearbox, high ceiling, whatnot. So I have a little more like of a grind game. And I was realizing 3 Finn really was coming up in grind games. Finn is still Finn. It's a strong card, puts people in awkward positions. Like, just having 1 Finn on board, while I do like my other plays, kind of puts them in an awkward position. They have to like play their effects wisely, or they're gonna banish like a key card or waste a negate or something like that. So 3 Finn I like. I was on double Karkura. This card is amazing. I'm sorry, like, it put in so much work. Going second just really allows you to break boards. When I drew this going second, I felt good. I was like, oh yeah, like, let's get it. I'm gonna bait some stuff out, pop 2 monsters at least, run over something. Like I was in an awkward situation when they had like a Baron and another monster, and I literally was only able to bait like 1 negate because they wouldn't bite. So I literally tribute that 1 monster, crash with a Baron, and just proceeded to play. So like, yeah, Karakura's really solid. I wasn't the one kaiju for Board Breaker. I honestly only drew him like 1 time, but when I did, like, it got there. Tribute monster, keep playing. And then I was on 1 Regulus. Regulus is Regulus. Spit them out. People hate negate. Just, you know, spit them out. Suck up Peacemaker, or either Soul Piercer in the grave. Get a free search. Stuff like that. That was it for the main deck. Main deck's 41. I don't count Driver, so yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna sneak another card. For this extra deck, 2 Scarecrow, 1 Lambda. Lambda put in a lot of work, man. This card is really good. And 1 Genius to round out my link package. I really didn't go into Genius that often, as much as I thought I would. So I'm potentially moving forward, might cut this and find something else for a more utility, which might add in another synchro, like maybe like a Borload, Savage Dragon, potentially. I don't know, or might just try to squeeze this in the sideboard, but we'll see moving forward. For the XYZ package, double Zeus, 1 Sargus, 1 Merrymaker, and the 1 Baguska. This package put in a lot more work than I expected, I'll be honest. Baguska's Baguska, monster in Floodgate. You know, if you get ships or Droll, potentially going to Baguska, stuff like that. This into Sargus, search a Regulus, punch over something, and into a Zeus really got there. I didn't think, like, going in, I had put in another Zeus just because I was like, hey, if I get Diablos, they seem extra dead, I think I'll rip Zeus. I'll have another Zeus. And yeah, this pack was strong. A lot of people are saying, like, hey, you know, if you go against a decent cash, they're gonna rip a Merrymaker, or they're gonna rip a Sargus. And realistically, cool, I still have a Baguska to go to a Zeus. You know, you rip Merrymaker, I can still Baguska Zeus, rip the Sargus, like, still Merrymaker. Like, either way, I'm gonna get there regardless. And you know, if you actually really go for this package, I still have my synchro package that I can play into and, you know, go for game. So yeah, XYZ package pretty solid. The synchro package, 1 Ninja. Ooh, this card is amazing. Mirror match, cash, random back row decks. Like, this card put in work for me. I was literally going to this dude a lot. The 1 XL Dragon, Mega, and Dispatcher. I was on the hand loop with Lambda. Actually, I did this at least 4 to 5 times, I want to say, and it only failed me 1 time, and that was against the cash where I lost. You know, I think just being able to, you know, rip 2, then, you know, put 1 back, so when they do, they don't get both cards, they only get 1, is pretty strong. And like, if they don't get rid of the Lambda and Omega, that's pretty much game from there, because you're just gonna keep ripping, and then you're gonna have the Gamma live in your hand, because you can just put Driver back and keep going from there. actually happened where like they couldn't out this with the Lambda. I think it was against Swordsoul, and yeah, I was just ripping Omega and gambling, and yeah, it was pretty good. The one Baron and the one Masaru. This card stole, I want to say, 3 games. Just being able to go into him, then follow up with a gauntlet, put in so much work. Cause I mean, realistically, what are you gonna do? That's an AK monster straight to your face. I know our round 7 against Spright, it was like game 2. He had started, burned himself, and like had like a XYZ out that was pretty weak. It was like 15 or something like that. And I literally just went this guy, hit him with this, and it was just enough for game at that point. And I think I had like another Soul Pierce on board, and it was pretty much game. So I was about to say, Masaru put in work, and I actually did his effect to draw up to 3 multiple times. So yeah, he got there. That's it for the extra and main. Onto the sideboard. I was on 3 Magna Hut, 1 Druce, and 2 Bell. This was pretty much for branded, any dragons, basic control, math megs, stuff like that. This was really solid. When I started this in, oh my god, against like branded, it was just pretty much over. Druce run was loyal. Every time I opened, I had this dude in my hand. I'm like, okay, Druce. So potentially going forward, I might up him up. Since his effect too is pretty good. But yeah, this package is pretty solid. The other 2 nibs, nib is nib. You saw it in, you know, if they don't respect it, they're going to get hit with it. And also, like, if you draw it, it's good discard fodder. 2 Trap Eaters. Before, I was thinking about the, Sage the Floor package with the Orchid, but I couldn't pick that up. So I was like, what's the next best option, you know, to out floodgates and crazy traps? So I was like, Trap Eater. Hey, let's do it. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to resolve Trap Eater. He was good discard fodder. 2 Fossil Dinos. I was on this for the mirror. I was thinking like, what's a good shutout, a good blowout against the mirror? And I was like, hey, a Fossil Dino. You literally just, all you gotta do against the mirror is like make a Baron, make an Omega, and then pin scale or pendulum summon out, you know, Fossil Dino. And they have no outs without special summoning, because our biggest monster, normal summoning, is Wagon. But when you normal summon Wagon, you activate effect switch to D, you just simply go Baron negate and to stop plays from there, and yeah, proceed to beat them down. In theory, that's really, I feel like it would have got there, but I didn't play no heavy Sam, and yeah, I was really trying to get that out. So I'm gonna do some more testing and see how it goes, but yeah, that's what it's there for. The second Kaiju, Kaiju's Kaiju, I was on 1 Pankotapu, Pink Top, Pink Top's Pink Top. This card is another card that puts people in really awkward situations. I mean, 26 beater that comes out, could run over stuff. You can run over something, pop something, waste it in the gate, try to play, stuff like that. I like Pink. And then I was on 1 Spell Counselor. I actually didn't get to bring out Spell Counselor because I know when I played against Brandon, I did a line where I did get this in hand with Genius, but it was a weird situation where I had to pin skill to get to this in hand, so I had to literally pop my Scarecrow with a Baron. Had to like link off with another heavy, make another Scarecrow, potentially pitch this into grave to summon something else, then I would have to pass, and then in standby I would have to do Baron tag out into this, which I feel like it would have got there, but just my board state I had in general, because I also had like a Baron, Bastille, and like a few hand traps in hands, and that was honestly enough. So we'll see about this potentially moving forward. But if I'm gonna cut the Genius and potentially put this in the side, it would probably stay with like, you know, this Genius and like potentially a Genzo going forward. But yeah, we'll see. That's it for this side. It's pretty much it for the deck. I know people were asking me like, pretty much for like, what's my inboards? Like normally my inboards would be like something like this. Normally inboard would be like something like this with, you know, of course a gamma in hand with another hand trap. Either I have like a Finn, this, 2 hand traps at least in hand, or a Regulus with like 2 hand traps in hand. And considering plucking 2 cards, which, you know, that pretty much got there because you're starting off with 4, you know, and if you don't have an instant board breaker like a Dark Ruler or something, it's kind of not going to get you there because like Regulus, you know, I'm gonna have a negate, by putting one of your cards back, and then I have also 2 hand traps. So you literally got to play, you know, 4 cards into 4 cards I have. So this right here got there. And I want to say also a Finn, it's dangerous enough right here. Moving forward, depending on like what the ban list hit or what changes, I might be trying out different super heavies. I was thinking on, since I'm not on the gearbox package, I don't have a lot of like recursion or like being able to follow up. I was thinking potentially trying out the actual Big Binky. Maybe playing 3 of this and like a Big Binky. I was thinking about, you know, trying to swap out an extra deck card for like a Borload, you know, drop Genius. I was thinking about maybe potentially trying to fit in the a second Regulus going forward. But yeah, I'm gonna say definitely gonna need some testing. But yeah, that's the deck profile. Like and subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.